Greetings and salutations. My name is JW608, and today I am playing StarMade. And I would like to try out some power stuff with warp gates. So I built this excessively large warp gate, and yeah, and I would like to test out some power stuff. In fact, we're gonna snag that because there's another thing I want to try. And we want to pop a display module right here, and one right here. Why one there and one there? Because reasons. And I want a button here to control this one. Right. Now, I would like to help and see what action we have. Active reactor consumption, that's what I want. So, active reactor consumption. Not prion, xion. Alright, so actively this reactor is using 3671.9.1. 36,719.1 energy per second. Hit this button, I should be able to see that here. So I would like another display right here that says 36. Oh, I'm not British. 36,719.1, because commas and periods mean two different things. Right. So this is my standard. This is the active what's being displayed. So let's grab a 608 sloop. Admin load this as docked. And it is going to be flung into the dark, cold void of space and into the warp. That does not appear to have changed. Huh. Spawn another one. See, I was expecting a power spike. Although I am noticing some lens flares. And wherever I'm warping these, they're going to be cranky. Lens flare? Lens flare. Huh. So when it jumps, it gives off a lens flare. I wonder if regular jumps do. It's not often I'm around something that jumps. Anyway. So apparently there is no change in power. We're gonna load a semi. Okay, no we're not. Oh, they don't have proper docks apparently, so it's not gonna stick it there. The spawn docked. I know the Scorpion. Oh, the schooner. Schooner should. Except the schooner might bounce off the gate. Yeah, the schooner is not gonna. Right machine. Evade. See if I can pull this off. I get rid of the schooner, but I want to stay in this sector. And let's hop out. Align to space and right. I forgot where I'm sending all this. I think I'm doing it at 333. And whatever is at 333 is going to be cranky with me. Anyway, all these sloops getting flung into space. Right, so we determined that it is not the mass of the sloop or the ship going through the gate that determines power usage, which I always thought it was. Apparently, I am incorrect in this assumption. So let's do something like this. Cancel that. Oh man. You I want this one. Mode. No, don't. Just dock to halfway. And let us jump. And do like this. And when you do nonsense like that, it's always best to have remove mode on so you know what you're deleting. There you go. Admin warp. Admin load. I have it 100, 100, 100, don't I? Yeah. Here. And that lines up with the, okay. If I only had a brain. Alright, there we go. That's better. So now I don't have my blocks, so we're going to put this block over here, and we want it to say active reactor consumption. Okay. Apparently I just cannot spell consumption, which doesn't really surprise me. 100. So I want to build a warp gate that is 1. Okay, that is 397.8. There we go. There's the link. I was wondering how it's going to go up, but it goes up by how many reactor there are warp gates are. So we have a base of 100. So whatever this is using 100 energy per second just idling. So that 19.9, 49.1. So 149.1 minus 19.9. That's 29. Oh, hold on. Oh, come on. Where's my calculator? So that's 119. I thought I told this not to do passcode. Anyway, alright, I have my telephone. And I have 19.9 times 2 equals 39. That is not 139. Okay, so 149.1 minus 119.9 and went up by 29.2. Let's see, and that is 183.2 minus 49.1. It went up by 34, so it looks like they're going up. So that's 19, 29, 34. It's almost like there's a pattern. Okay. So let's just try to make this simple. Well, how big is going to be a 50 by 50 internal space? So it's going to be 52. Except I want it to go this direction. Why 52? Because it's 50 internal space. This is going to be 51. Why not 52? Because it already has one. I have so many questions. And if I take this down to 50, it should fit nicely, right? If I take this up to 50, it should fit nicely, right? If I take this one over to 50, it should fit nicely right there. All right. So that should be 50 interior, sideways and upways. Yep. So a 50 by 50 costs 20,068.6 energy. That is impressive. Now that leaves me a question for my own personal gain. How big's my battleship? Because currently my battleship is my largest vessel. Those thrusters don't look like they're proportionate. Anyway, they pop out of the, we are out. F1, F8 into the eel battleship, and we are 145 wide with 137 tall. That is not what I wanted to do. 135 by 137? 45 by 137. 145 by 137. What about the length? The length is irrelevant because the gate activates when it hits the core. So actually, to go fastest through a gate, I'd have to back the battleship in, which will take me longer than just driving in right way. Okay. So let's leave the battleship and head back this way. 145, except that's going to be a little, it's going to be hard to get through the thing if you make it exact proportions. So, I built this thing sideways, I think. So, I want to make it bigger and future-proof, you know, just in case I have like a bigger ship I build in the future. There's always a bigger ship. Who am I kidding? Right, so let's do a 200 by 200 internal space. So let's see. This is now 109. That's at least 200. That's 100. That is 200. And there should be no gaps. Alright, so this is a 200 by 200 fly a battleship through it gate. How much power are you using? You're using more than that reactor can provide. 118,681.4 power. Wow. So this gates are going to be more substantial stations. So I was thinking about just making big ring gates like you did in the old days. But apparently under new power, that's going to be a little different. Let's see, that was a 9 by 9 by 9. We're using a whole bunch more power. There you go. Oh. Oh, no, no, stop that. Undo. Unassign. Yeah, so we're talking like a 25 cube power just to, well, that's actually too much. We're talking about this size block just to run the... Actually, no, that's not true at all because the stabilization's not right. That's a 59% stabilization. So yeah, we're talking about this size of reactor just to run the station here, unless we come into this and we undo that because I've thrown everything horribly off by putting that reactor there. It messed up the chambers. Yeah, we messed up the chambers real good. After FTL chamber. Yeah, revert everything. Alright, so this needs to be the base chamber. Oh, and the reactors are too small anyway. So it's going to adjust the power usage, I think, for being free warp and all that. So we're going to have to bring that into consideration as well. But we've learned that it isn't, there's no spike, there's no charge, it's only idle. So when I was looking, what am I doing? Station reactor, there we go. So when I was looking here, that right there at rest, that is the gate. Okay. Because I was looking for gate and I thought, oh, maybe it's under the jump, but no. It's that right there. And it charge and rest are the same. So it doesn't look like it has a charging, it's just a flat cost, whether it's being used or not. Which is probably good, you don't have to power up the gate, but it's also not great because you'll have to sustain that power for longer, like you could overcharge it. Sort of like in this battleship here. You can fire all the things and run in the red for a little while. It's not like you can do that. See, we're running at 147 until we drain a bit, and we have a little leeway, because jumping would, or running a warp gate would probably do something. No, I'm moving pretty quick. So it's a steady, so I understand it, and I think I agree with it. Anywho, I have been JW608. This has been StarMade, and I'll dig you cats later. Wonder where this is going to end up. Like a scavenger base.